Today I'm going to be reviewing the Disney 100 Iron Man Hot Wheels car. And overall, I do like the design of this car. It has a very sleek design and a couple of futuristic elements to make it look more high-tech. The gold rims also complement the mostly red design of the car very well. And as we make our way around to the back of the car, you can see some details that's meant to represent Iron Man's thrusters, and I like the transparent blue pieces there in the back. It goes together very well. From a top-down perspective, looking at the hood, you can see that it has a mostly gold design with those transparent blue windows meant to represent Iron Man's mask. And if you look behind that, there is some more detail that is meant to represent the chest plate of Iron Man, and again, it goes together very well and has a really sharp-looking design in my opinion. And like I said, overall, I do like the design of this car, and I'm going to be rating it 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to see what car I review next. Today I'm going to be reviewing a 2020 Toyota Tacoma from Hot Wheels. And overall, I do like the light blue color of this truck. The printed detail and colors on the side of the truck make it look a little too busy for my liking personally, and while I do find the brown tires to be an interesting color choice, it does complement the overall look and design of the truck well. The tailgate of the truck has some really impressive detail, and as we make our way to the other side of the vehicle, you can see it has that exact same printing on this side too. And finally, as we make our way back to the front of the vehicle, you can see some really impressive detail there as well. I especially love the detail of having the Toyota name brand right on the front of the truck. Taking a look at the top of the truck will give us a good look at that black hood scoop as well as the sunroof detail on top of the vehicle. And as we make our way around to the back of the vehicle, you can see that there are two different colors on the bed of the truck. I think Hot Wheels did a really good job with the overall look and design of this truck, and I may be a little biased as I drive a Toyota Tacoma in real life. I'm going to give this vehicle 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what vehicle I review next. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Hot Wheel from the character cars line that is based off Tommy from the Rugrats. And overall, I'm not really the biggest fan of this design. The back of the vehicle is meant to represent a diaper, and there is some dirt inside of it, but we all know what that is supposed to represent, and I think that's nasty. The front of the vehicle is also a little awkward looking to me. It's very bubbly and round, with the top half being a skin tone meant to represent the face of Tommy, with the blue underneath meant to represent his shirt. I don't know, I personally just find this to be a very strange and awkward looking design. I do think that Hot Wheels chose a more bubbly design to make it more attractable to kids and make it look more like a child's toy, which I suppose is a fair argument if that's the thought process behind it. Here's a top-down look at the truck just to give you guys a different perspective. And you can see that there are some black lines on top of the truck meant to represent Tommy's hair. Again, I just think it's kind of awkward. Personally, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of a realistic approach to this vehicle. And while I personally am not the biggest fan of this vehicle, I'm sure that there's somebody out there who would appreciate it for what it is. But with all that being said, I'm going to give this vehicle 2 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what vehicle I review next. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Hot Wheels character car based on Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And overall, I feel like Hot Wheels did a relatively good job with this vehicle. It has a primarily orange and yellow paint job, which is accurate to the character's colors depicted in the show. There's also a printing on each side of the vehicle that is meant to represent the air element from the TV show. A really fun and creative design choice in my opinion is having the ears of Momo sticking out of the back window. Momo is a companion character that accompanies Aang throughout his adventures, and it was cool for Hot Wheels to include a little nod to this character in this vehicle's design. Here's a top-down perspective of the vehicle, and you can see that on the roof of the car there is Aang's blue arrow, which is iconic to the character's design. So it's nice to see Hot Wheels included here. And overall, I do like the design of this vehicle. It does a good job mixing realism with fun nods to the character's design that it's trying to represent. And for that, I'm going to give this vehicle 4 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what vehicle I review next. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Wheels character car based on Mighty Thor. And in my opinion, this car does a really good job combining various elements of a Marvel superhero into a really cool looking car design. You can see some really good printed detail on the side here, and I think having those little bits of black really makes the silver pop. There is a little bit of detail here on the back of the car, but I don't think it's really anything too special. And as we make our way around to the other side of the vehicle, you can see the exact same printing on this side as well. And I love the wing pieces found at the back of the car that is heavily inspired by the same design on the character's helmet. Taking a look at the vehicle from a top-down perspective, you can see that red plastic piece is meant to represent the character's cape, which is a really cool design in my opinion. And on top of the car, you're going to find that red insignia that is also found on the character's helmet as well. And the printed detail on the hood is very similar to that of the character's chest plate. Overall, this car has some really cool looking detail. This is a phenomenal car design in my opinion that has a lot of really cool detail and nods to the character that it's inspired from. And I'm going to be rating this vehicle 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to see what car I review tomorrow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Wheels truck called Gotta Go. And I do find this to be a rather funny and interesting design for a Hot Wheels car. You can see that the teal color complements the white very well that is found on this vehicle. On the side here, you're going to find a Gotta Go printing, and I love how the toilet paper is in the shape of the Hot Wheels flame. And as we make our way around to the back of the vehicle, you can see that there is a toilet behind it. I do find the toilet seat being black a rather interesting color choice. I personally would have liked to have seen it white or maybe even a light brown to complement the teal color. Here's a look at the vehicle from a top-down perspective, and you can see there's no printed detail on top of the truck, but it does give us a better look at that black toilet seat, and again, I think this would have looked better either as white or maybe even a light brown. And overall, while I do like the concept of this car, I do feel like there were a couple of color changes they could have made to make it just a little bit more appealing to the eye, in my personal opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to rate this vehicle 3 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to see what car I review tomorrow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the character car Cad Bane, who is a bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe. And for me personally, I really like the design of this vehicle as a whole. It's got some really cool looking detail. The hood of the car is blue, which is meant to represent the skin tone of Cad Bane, and the sides and back of the car are in a brown, meant to represent the trench coat that the character wears. There is also pipes found on each side of the car, which is meant to represent Cad Bane's breathing apparatus. Taking a look at a top-down perspective will give us a little bit of a better look at some of the detail. You can see that the windshield of the car is red, which is the color of Cad Bane's eyes. The top of the car is also in a cowboy hat-like shape, which is an important characteristic of the Cad Bane character. I personally like it when Hot Wheels incorporates various characteristics of a fictional character into a realistic stylized car. And so for me personally, I'm going to be giving this vehicle 5 out of 5 stars. You'll have to let me know what you think of this car in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what car I review tomorrow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Wheels car called Sweet Driver. And if you can't tell by looking at the car, this is heavily inspired by a cupcake dessert. But with what this car is trying to be, I think it actually has a pretty solid looking design. Taking a look at the side of the car, you can see that it comes equipped with orange wheels with white rims, and there's also a blank green Hot Wheels flame on the side. Taking a look at the back of the car, you can see the exhaust pipes are coming up from the cupcake. I personally think that these would have looked better as a silver color instead of brown to match the chocolate icing, but that's just my personal opinion. Taking a look at the car from a top-down perspective gives us a little bit of a better look at the printed detail that's actually on top of the cupcake. And while this print does look good, I personally would have liked to have seen a little bit of texture on this piece. This would give the cupcake a little bit more dimension and depth instead of just having some random colored squares placed all throughout the top. And I do think that the mold for the cherry looks pretty good. Moving back down and taking a look at the front of the car, you can see that it has a mostly red design, but I do like the little bits of green meant to represent the headlights. However, I wish there was a little bit more detail there. Overall, I think this is a pretty average looking car, and I'm going to be giving it 3 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what car I review tomorrow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Wheels car, Bone Shaker. And this is a really impressive looking model. I love the silver skull that is found on the front of the vehicle. And as we make our way around to the side of the car, you can see it has a beautiful dark red paint job. I also like the white color for the tires. I think that matches really good with the printed detail on the side of the car as well. And as we make our way around to the back of the car, you can see a little bit of silver to help balance out the overall look and design of the vehicle. Finally, as we make our way back to the other side of the vehicle, you can see that exact same printed detail on the side. And of course, the pipes coming out of the engine look absolutely awesome. Taking a look at the car from a top-down perspective, we get another look at the engine detail, which again I think looks pretty great. We also get a good look at the inside of the vehicle, which the seats are made of the same metallic silver that's found on the rest of the vehicle. I personally am not the biggest fan of that choice, but it doesn't look completely horrible. But overall, I do think that this car has a pretty good looking hot rod design, and I'm going to be giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what Hot Wheel I review tomorrow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 77 Pontiac Firebird made by Hot Wheels. And this is for me personally one of my favorite cars that I currently have in my collection. I do like the mostly black design of the car, and as we turn it to the side here, you can see some colored stripe printing. This looks really great in my opinion and matches the overall aesthetic of the car well. I think having the rims of the car be red also help complement the overall design of the vehicle as well. Taking a look at the vehicle from a top-down perspective will give us a good look at that printed Firebird logo on the hood of the car. Again, I think this printed detail looks really awesome and fits the design of the car very well. The interior of the car is red, which not only complements the black design of the vehicle, but also complements the red rims as well. And overall, I absolutely love the look and design of this vehicle, and it should be no surprise I'm going to be giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know what you think of this car in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to see what car I review tomorrow.